If you had the ability to instantly give any person an orgasm, simply by pointing your hand at them like a finger gun and saying pew, how would you wield this power? I'd go to as many sporting events as possible, bet on the underdog and cause the other team to lose at every possible chance of scoring. Horse racing would be a lot more fun to watch. Fun. Would it work on horses? Shoot myself in the mirror. But the bullets don't bounce. I would keep the power a secret until I saw my wife have an exceptionally hard day. I'd make her dinner, something new, and on her first bite pew pew. Then, after dinner I'd run her a bath and use those relaxing eye cover things that girls like, play some soft music, pew pew. Then I'd give her a massage. Feet first, pew pew. Then her shoulders, pew pew. Then after that offer her a glass of wine, and after we've inevitably drank half a bottle each, we'd move to the bedroom, and when she lays down I'd give her a double pew pew. At that point she'd be relaxed, exhausted, and pass out. Then I could finally make some progress in BioShock on the Switch. Bloody brilliant. Ah, the old bait and switch. Nice. I'd use it to condition people to be aroused by inanimate objects. Every time my enemy went to the fridge, pew pew. Guy cuts me off in traffic, and now every time a car honks he gets turned on. Refrigerator? Orgasm. Cut off in traffic? Coming. Driving past a cemetery? Go for it. Hotel? Trivago. At first I thought you were going to do the Parks and Rec thing. Right pointing finger, and Perkins, right pointing finger, and falls to the floor, shaking. That's just the effect Rob Lowe has on people. You undercook fish? Believe it or not, orgasm. Overcooked chicken? Instant orgasm. It's kind of tricky undercook overcook. You make an appointment with a dentist and you don't show up? Orgasm right away. We have the best patients in the world. Because of orgasm. Believe it or not, orgasm. My new greeting is the double finger gun and a pew pew pew. Hey Dad. Long time no see. r/hole up, Reddit link. Look out Walmart. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah, that's the spirit. I would say hands up or have an orgasm. They'd be confused and I'd repeat the line again, and if they didn't put their hands up I'd give them an orgasm. Are you some kind of nutter? Not as much as you're about to be. Pew. Rob a bank and immediately neutralize the guards and tellers. Pew pew pew. Be a vigilante and stop bank robbers with orgasm overload. Munchkin the heck out of the power. Figure out if the finger guns and verbal spell casting are a necessary part of the power or just psychosomatic. See if it works long distance, aiming with binoculars, through windows or walls. Find out if it works with gloves/mittens on, or with glasses/sunglasses/goggles on. See if it works while watching someone on television, live and taped. If it works cross time with people who were taped, see if it works at movies. See if it works over the radio. And since vigilantism doesn't pay well, get hired at a sex therapy clinic for people who can't get off. Or join the SWAT team and reduce the use of force incidents. Also, find out if it works on still pictures, get a few images of the world, perhaps the late 90s, and try it on a planetary scale. If it works, you probably just started quite a few multi-billion-dollar studies, as almost every nation tries to figure out how an event like that could have happened to every single adult in an instant, with no apparent trigger. The first theories would likely be that of some sort of timed bioweapon test, released into the atmosphere, albeit a strange one. Then the religions would start trying to explain things, and more would start popping up. Depending on the severity of the global reaction, it may start wars. More repressed countries, especially the Middle East, might very well start a few versus whoever they blame. Perhaps some small-scale testing first though, yeah. Also, Discover if it has to be you that triggers the effect, live, or if it can be a recording. If it can be, does it have to include video, or just audio? If it's video, can you set an image in front of the screen, and trigger it that way? If so, you could potentially lock down the world, or a few individuals, with orgasms, just by playing it on repeat. If that video were to get released online, well, that's a recipe for global chaos. Additional thoughts: does the affect have travel time, or is it instant? How large is the area of affect, or the range? Could you, perhaps, accidentally trigger it on an alien world without knowing it? Can you control duration? If you could, and all of the above are possible, you could set up an automated instant interplanetary communication system, though it would require a biological component, a person. By triggering short bursts of climax, you could set up an interplanetary orgasm telegraph, short and long bursts, using Morse code, versus an operator that receives messages transmitted via automated systems through the use of recording of the finger gun pew aimed at specific predetermined points in space. It would be slow, but FTL communication would be worth it. I also imagine you would have any number of people volunteering for the position. Also, yes, I am this bored that I put that much thought into it. Try it on a planetary scale, how an event like that could have happened to every single adult in an instant. The question doesn't limit it to adults. Congrats, you're now the worst sex offender in all of history. That is why I specified. Get a few images of the world, perhaps the late 90s, and try it on a planetary scale. Everyone in a picture of the planet in the late 1990s would be at an absolute minimum, 20 years old. Unless the effect travels back in time, as the person a few comments above theorized. Wait, then wouldn't there be documented instances in history of mass orgasms across all of time, thus leading to religions that would be dedicated to that kind of event? Achieving nirvana as a life purpose, you say? I'm honestly impressed that you put that much thought into it. Sounds like a kinky version of Death Note. Death Nut. Now this is an idea that gives me interest. There's a comic book called Sex Criminals that deals with this idea in a sort of tangent way. Clarification: do I need to be physically near the person, or are we working with Death Note rules, and I can do so just by seeing someone on TV? Because if it's the latter, the next Olympics is going to be hilariously entertaining. Any sporting event, really. Here's the wind up and the pitch. Okay, the pitcher seems to have launched it into the visiting dugout, but I think the batter may have swung anyway. We'll wait until the ump gets off the ground for a ruling. You could make a lot of money on sports bets. I bet everyone has a good time. Ryuk, the orgasm god. NWO, New World Orgy. If I can shoot through a TV, I'm about to play the most exciting reboot of Duck Hunt ever. It took me 15 seconds of thinking to realize you're not talking about giving the dog and ducks from the video game orgasms. Anytime a cop pulls me over, of course. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? No sir, not at all points. Well you, I don't either. You can go now. Quickly runs to his car. The cop will shoot you for making a finger gun. I guess he'll be emptying 2 loads at the same time then. With total irresponsibility. I would be a nuisance. The military would be after me in hours. But then you just point at the soldier, go pew, and then he has come and may be less hostile. That post-nut clarity is powerful. Then they decide to hire you. And pass you around the barracks. It would go down like that too. Hey bro, do me next, laughing my butt off. Bro, look me in the eyes while you do it. What position would they give you though? Reverse cowgirl. Chief military diplomat. Alas, I would not use them sweet. I would not use them nice and neat. I would not use them well and good and really not the way I should. Alas, I would not use them right. I think I'd use them day and night. I think I'd use my finger gun to have a lot of effing fun. Comes great orgasms? Comes great orgasms. Effing goddamn it, dude, it was right in front of me. I'm effing slipping, dude. One could say you blew it. Oh goddamn, you magnificent bastard, you're just showing off now. Pity me, for I am weak. Don't put yourself down, good friend. Open your mind and I will plant the seed of semen-based puns into you. Point to myself. Who's got 2 fingers and going to get orgasm? This guy. Who's got 2 fingers and going to get orgasm? This goo, oh huh. Right pointing finger, cool face. Left pointing finger, pew pew. Right pointing finger, cool face. Right pointing finger, zoop pew. Here's pointing at you, pew pew pew, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.